Was there an evolution in your family in terms of observance?
Just maybe at some point on Yom Kippur was known not to eat, but essentially there was not much of a change until we came to the U.S. And then in 1993, when we came, all of a sudden a lot of things changed. My parents put my brother and myself into yeshiva, into an orthodox yeshiva, all of a sudden. And they had no real intentions to make us religious people. I go from a no longer Soviet, but a school in Ukraine that's fairly secular, boys and girls together, all sorts of topics being taught, to a place where we do have secular education. It was actually fairly strong in that respect, but we spent the morning until lunch studying ancient texts and praying and things like that. There was a lot of new things to learn. But at home, things weren't really changing much. It's just that Passover became a little bit more elaborate. We were taught how to celebrate the Seder, and while my grandfather was alive, we would have a little bit of a family Seder. It would be a big farce because people didn't understand what it was about. Some people said, when are we eating now? It was a farce because it was kind of fake. We were trying to read these texts, and it wasn't evolving into a natural conversation. So there were these starts. That was very different from what came before. Education is very important in my family. Beyond stereotypes, it was something that I think it felt that we must know. How is it that we Jews and we don't know what this means and where we come from and what is Jewish history and what are it was important to know what were Jewish traditions, not necessarily practice them, but it was important to know. I think both my parents were pretty adamant about that. And I think they thought that this is just a place to learn these facts, just to know it. That is what to them meant that you were an educated, erudite, Jewish modern person. That's all that it was for them. It was not an attempt to return to a religion that we lost. I don't think that was their intention. And in fact, it was any sight of an attempt to become religious, I think, was a concern for them. So it was kind of a tightrope in terms of here's a place where you get a fairly intense and deep understanding, but on the other hand, that it is all within the context of we are modern assimilated Jews.